Okay, so we're looking at significant figures next, and again, it's not got much to do with indices at all, but it's part, excuse me, it's part of the course. So we're looking at a difference between rounding to decimal places and rounding to significant figures, but we'll work our way through some examples so you can see the difference. So in decimal places, we start from the decimal place when we count, but with significant figures, we start from the left and we work with the first non-zero integer. Now, when we see the examples, it'll make a whole lot more sense. Okay. Okay, so we've got a number 3.6547. Okay, so that's just a straightforward, and I want to round to 2 decimal places, or in the second one, 2 significant figures. Okay, so if you write the number out again, this is the decimal place, so you count 2, so there's the 2 decimal places. So we're going to round to 3.65, but we look at the next number, which is less than 5, so 3.65 stays the same. If this number had been 5 or bigger, then we would round up to 3.66. But with significant figures, we work from the far right-hand side, okay, and we count places, so we count 1, count 2. So the 6 is the second significant figure. And again, we look at the next number, which is a 5, so we round up, so the answer is 3.7, okay? So when you have significant figures, you're counting from the left across, and with decimal places, you're counting from the decimal place. Okay, copy that down. We're going to do a couple more examples to make sure, and then there'll be a worksheet to go with it. So 106.389 is the original number, and I've got, again, 2 decimal places, 2 significant figures. So 106.38 has 2 decimal places, so I then look at the next number, which is a 9, so I have to round up, so it becomes 106.39. But what happens with the significant figures is really interesting. So we count from the left-hand side across. So the 0 is the the 0 is the second significant figure. And I look at the next number, and a 6, so I have to round up the 0 up to 1. But I've got to keep the same scale of the number. Like 106 does not become 11. You've lost the order of magnitude. So what we do is, to keep the order of size right, we just add as many decimal places as we need to get back to the decimal place. So 106 becomes 110, and the 1 and the 1 are the 2 significant figures, but I've got to add a 0 to keep the order of the size. So 106 can't become 11. It's not the same number, but 106 becomes 110 to 2 significant figures. Copy and come across. Another example. Okay, so this time I've got a small number. So I want 3 decimal places and 3 significant figures. So 0.002, the third decimal place is the 2. So then I look at the 5, and 5 means I round up, so I've got 0.03. But with the 3 significant figures, I don't start from here. I've got to start from the first non-zero integer. Okay, that's the non-zero integer, so I don't start from the back. So I start from the 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and then that's the 3 significant figures. I look at the next number, which is a 9, which means I round up. So now I have my 3 significant figures. Okay, so slight difference. You don't start always from the left if you don't have any non-zero integers. Okay, so that's the end of that, and there'll be a worksheet to go with this, as well as a worksheet on scientific notation. Thanks, bye.